Hi, I have a general message for Capricorn this week. Those of you new to this channel, I have decided to alternate week to week doing stories like that are channeled messages one week and then general messages the next week. So in this way, I'll be working with both your subconscious and conscious brains to deliver messages because I think that they're both important. And also it's kind of what I've been led to do here. So if you're enjoying these videos, please like them, please subscribe, and become part of the community here that we're gonna build. Okay, so let's get a general message for you. Let's look at your situation. Let's look where you're at. Working with the Morgan's Tarot tonight and the Voyager Tarot. Okay, we've got pigs and fishes surround you. Well, that doesn't sound good. When I hear pig, I think it's probably not socially acceptable to say, but I don't really care, you being watched by the cops, Capricorn? And then you are experiencing an illegitimate feeling. Okay. All right. You don't belong where you're at, Capricorn. That's what I'm going to say right here. You have realized that you're surrounded by pigs and fishes. And how they feel is not how you feel. You're not around your people. These aren't your folk. This isn't your tribe. These aren't your folk. Okay, basically. So I think right now it's like a period of like recognizing what separates you from others. Like, this is the thing, Capricorn is a sign that's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the great restrictor. So in terms of most like Capricorn relating to others, they're always going to stand apart a bit because Saturn is like making you, it's restricting, you in order to strengthen you for one. You have to be somebody who stands on your own. And like, that's what this figure is. It's like, you're looking around, you're like, this is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife kind of situation, and you're like in this, like, everybody seems happy and I'm miserable. How can I be miserable when everybody else is happy? What is this? If this resonates for you, stay tuned. If this is an illegitimate feeling and you don't relate at all, you're free to go, but let's stay tuned. If this is resonating for you, if this is hitting you in the feels, or if it like gives you the chills, let's continue. Let's look at what's influencing this. I'm pulling out this is the Voyager Tarot, like I said. It's a beautiful deck. I really enjoyed working with it this week, although it's been difficult to shuffle, but that's fine. It is what it is. Everything has limitations. Okay, so what's influencing this is creativity. The Three of Crystals. I think you're more of a creative thinker. I think you know that things could be different. I think you actually have like some capacity within yourself to change and to change the world around you. And I think that like you're around a lot of people who are just content where they are. But that's not satisfying for you and you know it. So like, I don't know if you've adopted a new hobby or like you've started about doing what you do in a different way, but it's really like illuminating the fact that whoever's around you, your tribe right now, they're not your people, they're not your tribe. So, and the main reason why is that they can't get with your creative vibe. Like they can't get with you as a creator. Let me see about this. Let's look at this. Look at these different crystals, right, that are in this card. Like you think differently. You're able to think abstractly. I also think like with this card too, in the traditional tarot, it's like Three of Swords, which is a card that's like really dramatic. So I think like there's been like a rude awakening that is forcing you to get creative about life. So like what you thought you could rely on and depend on has like, it's a tower moment where like things have just crumbled to I don't want to say that things have crumbled completely, because that may not be the case for all of you, but like your illusions have like crumbled away, and like the reality is staring you in the face, and it's like you can't ignore it. It's there. You've got to like get out of this situation. You got to think creatively. You've got to create your new life. So that's kind of like where you're at right now. That's what's influencing you. It's like you have the ability to change. People may not change with you, but you have the ability to change. Let's look at your goal here. Where is this leading you, Capricorn? Ten of Cups, passion. Okay. You got passion, you can't deny it, all right? You have the power to get here. And you have, this is also like, it's not just about passion, it's about like really having it all. Like, why settle when you could have what you actually want? So this is like saying like, yo, you're not content. You want your cups filled. You want something to show for your life. You want a whole bunch of experiences, you know? I think that's it too. Like, you realize where you are is not going to bring you the experiences that are going to bring you happiness, and they're not going to fulfill you. So here you are. That's the goal. You want to get there. You want to get that 10 of Cups. You want to have the family situation or the home situation or the life situation that you can look at and be like, hell yeah, this is mine. I created this. That's where you want to go. You don't fuck around with any fish and pigs. All right, let's look at the past. What's going on in your past? Wow. The Hierophant. I think you got a rude wake-up call. Like, I actually think like this is a situation that rocked you morally. Like maybe like the pigs and fishes, it's like the people around you are like acting like animals. Like they don't have any higher like sense of self. So like this is like a reconnection with like spiritual truth, a reconnection with like your own internal authority, like your value system, your ethics as well. Like this is like the past. Like, yo, you have an ethic about the way you do things and are in the world, and you can't like abide nonsense from people. Like, what's the point? There's not enough time for that shit. There's not enough time to be like messing around. You have work you're meant to do, right? You have a mission in life. You have passion that drives you. So yeah, this Hierophant came in as like a wake-up call, like, yo, what are you really about here? Who are you? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be like these people? Or do you want to be, you know, real and authentic and like virtuous? So the Hierophant moment came in. So yeah, it could be a spiritual awakening. It could just be a moral awakening, a return to your value system. But whatever it is, like very real reconnection with that part of yourself, that like that structure that gives your life deeper meaning. And your choices deeper meaning. So that's your past. Let's look at the present. Can we get a present moment message for the sign of Capricorn? What was that? We have 14, another major arcana here, which is art. It is called art. This is Temperance, okay? Present moment is like getting back into balance and like changing the situation from a negative to a positive. So like, I think you're like, all of this chaos and just confusion around you, like you've stepped out of that situation is what I see. Like you're no longer messing around with these pigs and fishes. You're stepping into like, instead of feeling like, you know, I guess hurt by the situation or like letting it get you down, you're actually looking at how to like get something positive out of the situation right now. You're doing that internal alchemy, like, okay, I've learned this and this. And, you know, for many of you, like, there's a big message of creativity for you here. So, like, this is the time, if you are holding back on something you want to do, this is the time to do it. And I think you're exploring that right now. So you're, like, being really creative and, like, really, you know, treating life as, like, the work of art that it is. Like, you can look around and be like, I don't like this. Like, I want to change this. I want to change that. So, like, you're in a moment of really profound change, and, like, it's all about taking the negative and, like, not letting it, like, bring you down, but letting you propel you forward. Like, you're, like, on that rock of, like, you know, rock bottom, let's say, and you're just like, I could be down about this, or I could freaking leap. I could, like, propel myself up to those rocks over there. Like, why do I need to stay here? There's no point. You know, you're being really positive right now, and I think that, like, firm, you know, foundation of just inner knowledge of what your values are is, like, really helping you get there, where you're like, you know, no, not going to tolerate the negativity, going to do something positive with my life. Wow. Okay, let's look at the future. La-di-da-di-da. Future message for my Capricorns. Ah, yeah. We got the Child of Crystals, learner. So what's coming up in the future is that you're going to go on a new path of learning, and you're going to, like, oh my gosh, I keep doing this, okay? Like, it's so irritating. Anyway. I need to move this light. It's just, I am going to knock it over. That's just how it is. So anyway, this learner, this Child of Crystals is, like, I think it's about, like, for one, you're getting more information too. So, like, even though you're out of this situation, you are kind of, like, getting more clarity about it, kind of talking, seeing, scoping things out. I also think you're, like, scoping out new opportunities and not afraid to try new things right now. Like, you're experimenting, and that's good. And you're, like kind of not just experimenting, like, physically, but, like, you're really experimenting with new ways of thinking. Hey, baby. You're experimenting with new ways of thinking and new ways of doing things, and it's really an exciting place for you. So what's coming up in the future is that you are going to learn new things. You may develop a new skill. Or new skills that are going to help you, or you may develop, like, I don't know, what I'm seeing for some of you is just, like, knowledge regarding, like, how to pursue your passion, but this is the direction you're going in. Like, you're not going to be, you know, in this position of, like, yeah, I think, you know, you've really come out of a lot. You've really come out of a lot, and now it's, like, time for you to be new at something and be happy with something. And yes, the kitty is visiting us, everyone. What a pleasant surprise. He loves getting in my lap. Yes, he does. Okay, so this is coming up for you. You're gonna be learning. And now I'm gonna get a piece of advice, and then I'll send you on your way. One piece of advice for our Capricorns as they ascend that mountain away from the negativity of the past. Ooh, okay, you got 2 cards because you're worth it. We have the 7 of Wands, courage. You know, it takes courage to go after what you want. It takes courage to be authentic in this world, and you're gonna need to master it. Like, so put on your warrior mask, okay? Be a fucking warrior right now. Like, and I think, you know, for those of you who are, like, experimenting and learning new things, like, try meditating, like, with this idea of yourself as a warrior. What does your warrior self look like? What is the mask your warrior self wears? What is its armor? You know, and actually visualize it. Like, do some visualization of yourself as powerful and strong and willing to stand alone, too. That's the other thing. Be okay with standing alone, because this is a card of that. And then you have the 20, which is another major arcana, time, space. This is traditionally called judgment, but time and space, like things will, what I'm getting is like the truth crushed to the like ground will rise, you know, truth rises. And I also see that this is about, like, again, I said, like, you've reached the end of a cycle, like, things are going to come out, things are going to come to the surface, and you're going to be illuminated in this process. So I think, right, just be aware that, like, you will be judged on how you respond in this moment. So continue to do the right thing, continue to be a warrior, continue to be experimental, creative, and don't let yourself be drugged into the muck. Don't let yourself be drugged back with the pigs and fishes, but let yourself like really ascend where you need to go. And I think also this is a message of like, you know, when the dead come back around to haunt you, you know, when these pigs and fishes come back around to try and get your attention, you know, treat them like the zombies they are, you know. And also understand, like, one more message, okay? Rejoice in the great time and space you are alive in. Appreciate these moments for what they are. Be appreciative. Be appreciative because, like, it's truly, like, there's never going to be another time like this. So make use of it. This is, like, a great time to be alive, and this is a great opportunity. Like, you have time and you have space, so utilize it. Like I said, this whole boundary and being willing to stand alone, it's to give you this space. It's to give you the time and space to recreate yourself and the image of yourself that you have, that you know is true. Ooh, big reading. I think you've had a longer reading than anyone else this week, and it's just kind of flowed out of me too. So I want to thank you for watching. Again, like, share, subscribe. Meet me again next week. We'll tell you a story, and take care of yourself. Bye.